Most students panic when they see arithmetic problems with big numbers like this one. But what if I told you there's a shortcut that makes even the hardest problems feel like simple puzzles? In the next few minutes, you'll master the modular arithmetic technique that Math Olympiad champions use to solve complex problems in seconds. Let's think like a math tiger and break it down, step by step. Let's start with this problem that stumps 90% of students.
Kenny has 44 boxes, and then each box contains 113 cans. Then he plans to repack everything into cases of 12 cans each. After packing as many, how many cans will he have left over? So the question is essentially saying that Kenny, right, has 44 times 113 cans. Then he wants to take this, right, and do a mod 12 to see what is the remainder when I divide this by 12. Just find the remainder of each one individually, then we multiply them together.
Now, most students would multiply 44 by 113 first, then divide by 12. That's the long way. But here's what smart mathematicians do.
What's your remainder when 44 is divided by 12?
8.
Correct. Okay. Then your remainder for 113?
5.
Correct. Okay, so far so good. 5 mod 12. Then if I multiply them together, right, what would you write this as? 40, right? 5 times 8 is 40, right? Then if you take 40 mod 12, what do you get?
4.
Yeah, correct. Okay, that's your answer.
If you got 4 as your answer, smart move. You're already thinking like a mathematician.
So for 7, right, it says that find the remainder of 1 plus 2 plus 3 all the way until 12, right, when this is divided by 11. So I'll give you a hint, right? The way to solve this is to consider the sum of 1 all the way until 11 first. Use the Gaussian formula, right, to try and find this sum first. So what is this mod 12, mod 11, and what is this mod 11? Then you add it together. So divide the sum of this first chunk by 11 first, and then divide 11 by 12 by 11, and you add it together.
1.
Yeah, good job. I'll just write it out anyway. So for the first half here, right, this is essentially 1 plus 11. Then because there's 11 numbers, times 11 divided by 2, right? So because there's a times 11 to begin with, right? This will give me 12 times 11 divided by 2, which is 6 times 11, right? Which will give us 0 mod 11 because this is perfectly divisible by 11. And then 12, right? Let me write it here. So 12 is congruent to 1 mod 11. So then 0 plus 1 is congruent to 1 mod 11. You can present this any way you want, as long as you understand the concept here. Okay, so for try this one, right, I will show you the first step. So likewise, right, we are trying to find something 41 to the power of what, right, to give us 1 mod 100. Okay, this is not easy. Okay, we want it to give us 1 mod 100. So I'll show you the first step, which is, example, if I take 41 squared, right? If I want to find what is 41 squared, let me see. Okay, 41 squared, right? You can think of this as 40 plus 1 times 41. Okay, we only care about what is in the last 2 digits because that's our remainder when we divide by 100. So example, I take the 40, right, times 41, right? I only care about the last 2 digits. So I write the 0 first, right? Then I take 4 times 1, which will give me 40. I don't need to know that 4 times 4 is 16. I can just ignore the 16 in front. I only care about the last 2 digits here. So again, I write 40 times 41, right? I write the 0 first. Then I take the 4 times the 1 to give me the 4. And that's enough already, okay? Then plus 1 times 41. So this will give me 81. 81 mod 100. So we just need to repeat this step over and over again until we eventually find the 1. So 41, 3, right? I'll leave this to you to try.
Notice the pattern emerging.
But the concept is the same. You just take 41. No, sorry, you just take 40 plus 1 times the previous one, which is 81. Okay? Just keep doing this until eventually you find something that gives you 1 mod 100.
Won't the remainder always be 81?
Oh, no. Okay. Let me show you this one first, right? So 40 times 81, right? I only care about the ones digits. So I write the 0 first, right? I write the 0 first, and I take this 4. So I get a 4 here. Then I don't need to care about the 32 here. Okay, I just ignore that. Then I plus 81, right? I plus the 1 times 81. So once again, I only care about the last two digits here. 8 plus 4 will give me 12. I only care about the 2. So this is 21 mod 100. So this gives me a remainder of 21 when I divide by 100. Then we try 41 4. I will just write out the template for you here at the start, right? So I just take 40 plus 1. Then I times the remainder of the previous one. So I times 21. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, here's a hint, right? It's actually at 41 to the power of 6. So you can try this for 3 more iterations.
41 to the power of 5 is 1 mod 100.
Yes, correct. Yeah, correct. Sure. Yeah, sorry. It is 5. It is 5. I just write out everything first. Okay, if it is 5, right, you can try and break down 10 into 5 times something. Okay, then try to find an answer. I'll just write out the 4 and 5 first. We can break down 41 to the power of 10 to 41 to the power of 5 to the power of 2, right? Because like this would give me 10. 2 and 5 is 10. So I can write this as 1 to the power of 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
okay. Just a quick note, right? 41 5 times 41 5, right? Like just imagine this is 41 times 41 times 41, right? So if there's 5 of this here, 5 of this here, this would then give me 41 10. This would give me 41 10. And we can also
Yeah.
rewrite this as 41 5 squared. Okay, that's why each time you square something here, right? The total number of 41s is actually 5 times 2. Yep, so we can rewrite this 1 as just 1 mod 100. So the answer is 1.
Knowing the technique is only half the battle. The real skill is recognizing when to use it. That's exactly what I cover in my next video about problem-solving strategies that work across all competitions.
If you would like to learn more from these tutorials, please smash that like and subscribe button.